Morning. Now we will try again and see if this new rig or setup, camera rig, will manage in the cold, because it's quite cold now. It's 8 degrees Celsius below zero. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit. Hi there, Leif's Art. And Woopel, hello. Yeah, it's very pretty. I will just keep walking up the field, as I always do. I haven't seen the hunters. I haven't seen the hunters here. Let's see if they are here today. Yeah, so let me talk a little bit about this new idea I have for, it's boring, I know, camera. I bought heat pads. You know, the kind of heat pads that you can, they have them in sports stores, and they use them to heat up your hands and so on. And I have sticked one of those to the back of the camera. Hopefully that will sort out the problem we had with the camera switching itself off in the cold. Cold and snowing in the Nevada desert. It's funny. I always think about deserts as very warm, but I realize they can get very cold as well. Yeah. So if this live stream stops suddenly, it's because of the battery. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So far, so good. Yeah, we have snow now. So this is the 1st of December, and every 1st of December there is this local tradition. They will light the community Christmas tree, and there will be some music, and then we light some torches, and we walk down to a community house by the sea, and there are gingerbread cookies and some singing and lottery, and yeah, it's nice. I like that. It's good to have some traditions, you know. Yeah, so what can I say? It is time for it is solstice, almost 21 days now, or is it 20 now, since it's 1st of December. Yeah, looking forward to that. Irish McMahon says, I'm from Michigan, USA. A snowstorm. Well, now let me just take a glance here and see if there are any hunters. Risengrøt. Yes, rice porridge for Christmas. Yes. Yes, we have that. And you know, I just have to keep an eye out here to see if there are any hunters. So, by the way, the camera should have shut down by now. It seems to work, the heat pad. If it does, then that fixes the problems. By the way, if you hear a loud noise and I fall down and say nothing more, that's because they shot me. I spoke with some other hunters and I told them about the incident where one of the local brave boys, he fired 2 shots just behind me just to prove how tough he is, having a gun and all. And they were shocked. They were shocked. And I asked them, I described the area and the distance to the houses and so on, and they said it's highly illegal to hunt so close to houses. Doesn't matter what kind of gun they're using, it's highly illegal, as I suspected. Yeah, I don't think they are here. I think we're safe. Yeah, well, yes, they should not be here at all, those hunters. I think I would have seen them by now. They buy camouflage clothes, you know. They buy camouflage clothes and they hide behind the trees. So they're like survival experts. That time of the year, that weekend when they're out walking 100 meters from their car. No, they're not here. They're not here. Yeah, there is a raven. I heard a raven over there. Okay, let's get back to the live stream. Yeah, I'm very pleased that the camera hasn't turned itself off. Yes, it's crunchy. The snow is crunchy. It's cold. 8 degrees below 0, as I said. So to me that's quite cold. I've gotten a little bit soft, I guess, now that I have moved further south. It's only, you know, 2 hours drive to where I grew up. I seem to remember that the winters were colder and a lot more snow, and when we go there now, they have more snow than we have here. Idun from Rakkestad. That's in Norway. Yeah, I like to think that Odin is watching over me. I like that thought. Hi there, Perry. Good to see you. Yeah, we'll keep walking. We will walk up this field here. We'll do that and we'll walk back down again. Yeah, the weather is changing, climate is changing. The question is how much of that change is caused by humans, you know, that's the big question, I guess. And my attitude has always been, since we don't know, let's assume that humans are causing a lot of that change. Just let's assume it, just to be safe. Because if we assume that humans don't contribute to the climate change, then and we do nothing, it's too late, isn't it? If we find out later that, well, humans actually were contributing to the climate change. So, but I'm not one of those people who say that the cause of climate change is human activity. No, that's just too simple and dumb to say that, you know. And then the second question, I guess, is hi there, James. Hello. The second question would be, what can we do? You know, what can we do? And yeah, the answer is not pleasant, you know. I guess the answer is the one that it's not the one that the climate activists are telling you, you know. Yeah, no, I don't normally use Google to do research. It's very hard to find. I'm not saying it's an unreliable source that you're cited there, but it's just too much work to go through Google to do research, because I do research all the time, and you have to. The internet is a jungle, you know, and you can't. It's very hard to find out, to fact check everything on that when you find it on Google. But when you buy a book, like a proper scientific book, they have cited their sources, so you can check the sources. But you know, people moving from areas with low consumption into areas with high consumption seems to be one of the main reasons for climate change. So the carbon footprint of every individual counts. So, you know, to have people stay poor and to have people suffering, that would be actually very good for the climate. You know, they don't want to say that. And it's funny because the people who are the most extreme when it comes to the climate hysteria and all that seems to be also the people who want no borders and a lot of immigration into Western countries, which will be, you know, catastrophic for the climate. Yeah, and I think it's about control. I agree. I think it's about finding new sources of taxes, things they can tax. Yeah, but let me move on here. I'm not an expert on this, but there are things that seems to be very obvious, and I think it's obvious to everyone. But it's much easier to point at other people, especially rich people. You know, oh, you rich people, and then they mix the race thing into it, and you end up with a very disturbing set of very disturbing belief system that these people have. But I was actually going to talk a little bit about the direction for my main channel, and I want your hi there, Thomas. I want your some feedback and your ideas. So my main channel sort of started like a bushcraft channel. If I make a bushcraft video now, it won't get as many views as, for instance, just to talk about something, you know, like men's mental health or anyone's mental health. And at some stage, you know, you have to decide, should I care about the views or not? And I've decided on the main channel, I have to be honest, I care about the views. I'm not doing it for the views, but it is important. So I have to keep that in mind when I'm planning the videos. But I would really like to get back to the bushcraft, doing bushcraft videos. So at the end of the day, you need to make videos that you're passionate about. But I know bushcraft is very much, yeah, why not combine them? Yes, that's what I've been thinking. Sometimes you can't, but sometimes you can. So I'll try to combine them actually. It's a good idea. I thought about that myself as well. And we have the Viking videos. I'm going to make a Viking video next weekend, probably. Well, thank you. It's good to know. Yeah, so, you know, it's difficult because also you have this thing going on. We had this thing going on YouTube where I think what they did was they sort of hid your video if it had a knife or an axe or something like that in it. Yeah, James, well, reading from a book, I think I won't do that before they have been published in English. Yeah, shadow banning, I guess that's what they're calling it. So at one point you would get, I would get started with any video with a knife in it, it would get demonetized. And then all my videos were demonetized. And I had to send in an application for every video. That stopped. They took to their senses. Viking holidays. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't think the Vikings really had holidays. Oh, you mean like not vacations, but like certain days and feasts and so on? Like Yule? Yeah, we'll see, you know. Okay, yeah. It's, I am a little bit hesitant. Previously I've been hesitant when it comes to videos containing a lot of facts about Vikings and the Norse culture, because you always get the trolls, and the trolls, they can be nasty. And it seems like there are certain topics that they that seem to trigger them, and anything about the Vikings is one of those topics. Archery, bow making, that's the worst actually. I don't know why. Yeah, I'll walk up to the end of the field here and I'll walk back. Hi there, Trish. Yeah, I don't know. I will probably do some bushcraft videos in a few weeks, or maybe earlier even. Just because I want to, and I want to see how the response is. At the end of the day, you have to make the videos that you're passionate about. Yeah, well, thank you. Rosie King says, don't worry about the trolls, us true fans will take care of them. Yeah, I appreciate that actually. I used to say, don't feed the trolls, but I don't care anymore. I don't reply to trolls, but if you want to, you know, knock yourselves out, you know. Yeah. I want to buy some of this land. I've talked about that before. Well, thank you. All the way from Helsinki. Thank you. Yes, and by the way, the reason why you are seeing my Instagram name or profile name, the reason for that is that I need 10,000 Instagram followers. Because when you have 10,000 Instagram followers, you can put direct links from the stories to YouTube videos. And at coming 10th of December, things might change on YouTube. We don't know how, but I don't know how notifications will. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Archery, knives, axes. You know, I think somewhere there is some little, not a man, but a male person in Silicon Valley who decided that we can't do that. Can't have that. No, can't have that. So we'll see. We have an expression in Norway, mansling, which is not really a man, but something lesser than a man. It's a good expression. There are tracks all over the place. I'll cross the stream and I'll take the path back home. Yeah, I want to... the good thing about rubber boots, you know. Let me show you. Yeah, soy boys. Yeah. Soy is not healthy and it's not good for the climate. They burn down forests and stuff. Okay, let's walk up here into the woods, which is a very good title, you know. I'll be using that title for one of my videos at least. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Well, thank you, Ine. I don't know. If you asked my daughter if I'm a cool dude, I don't think she would agree. Not cool. Yeah, I am actually walking now. I'll tell you, it's funny, because I'm walking around now in my right boot is the third right boot I have of this brand. I bought 3 pairs of this exact brand. I've worn out 2 pairs, or to be exact, the right foot, the right boot, because I have a shorter, my right leg is shorter. My right leg is shorter, so I have to use a lift inside the shoe, and that kind of wears out the shoe. So I bought one size larger now. So I'm walking around in size, European size 44 on my left foot and 45 on my right foot. I'll try to make a print in the snow so that you can see. So it's probably easy to identify me. You know, oh, that's the guy. That's the guy. You know, he's been walking here. He's the one with 1 foot longer than the other. Yeah, I think you can see it. Can you see it? Now that I've told you, I'm sure that you can see it. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Well, you know, I'm passionate about bushcraft because it's learning. It's always learning, and I like that part. You know, you're always a student. You remain a student your whole life, and it reminds me of my work as a novelist. I feel that I am learning every day, and that's the way it's supposed to be. And bushcraft, I love bushcraft. Who's been walking here now? I love bushcraft, so I'm going to include bushcraft in the videos much more now. I want to include Viking stuff as well, but okay. No, please don't. I'm a Norwegian, so please keep American politics out of this, please. Please. You're making things. No, I'm not. I don't care about your politics. Okay, can the admins please go and block these? Yeah. Yeah, we have trolls here now. So, okay. Hello, trolls. It's a dog coming here. No, you won't get a shout out. I won't be provoked by any American politician's name. I don't care. Hei. Bare gå forbi det. Ja. Yeah, okay. I'm very sad about this. Why do you do this? Somewhere someone is typing in this, you know. And you are ruining the live stream for the other people here. Can you please stop? Okay. Okay. Now I will just stop this live stream and Yeah. That's what happens. So, okay.